They are leaving ESPN out of the TV stations. This week marks week one of college football, but millions of customers will be without the games. ESPN command channel networks owned by Disney were Spectrum TV. According to Cut the Cord, Spectrum is the second largest cable provider with $18.4 million Disney and Spectrum channel increase. Oh, they're done with ESPN. This is going to get millions and millions of customers pissed. And just wait until you see what the second cable company is willing to do. DirecTV is without. Spectrum is without the following: ESPN, ESPN Net, News, SEC Network, AC&C, Longhorn TV, Channel FXX, National Geographic, Mondo, Disney, Disney Junior, Disney XD, and Baby TV, an additional ABC Network, Realm, and Chicago, France, San Francisco, New York, and this is not okay. And just wait. Fox will be off on DirecTV, could be off on DirecTV next Sunday for the NFL games. That's Team on Smack. Not okay for Time Warner Cable. They're going to lose millions of customers. Kansas Jayhawks won their game last night over Missouri State. And it seemed like it was the same team without Jalen Daniels, though, as he was hurt. And Jason Bean was accurate, and he was very good. The defense wasn't, which kept Missouri State in the game. The defense got better, though. Missouri State led 10-7, and that would be their last lead. Missouri State would be 17-10 at half. Missouri State would get it within 10 again. It's 27-17. But in the fourth quarter, Kansas pulled away and won 48-17. Jason Bean finishes with 216 yards from Missouri State. Jacob Clark finishes with one touchdown, 2 INTs. And for Kansas' leading rusher, it was Devin Neal, 13 for 94. That's that. Now next story. We talked about Mizzou's winning 35-10 yesterday's podcast. That link is there. Check that out. Kansas football begins its 128th season on Saturday at 6 p.m. It will be a game against FCS school, Power School, Southeast Missouri State. The Wildcats won their 4 previous season openers under fifth-year coach Chris Kleiman, with a lone loss coming against Arizona State. In 2020, the Cats finished 4-6 that year for losing. That's the only year Chris Kleiman has the losing record. Kansas State enters the Big 12 championship, knocking off TCU in a title game. The Wildcats are ranked 17th nationally. Kansas State enters the season as the pending Big 12 champions, knocking off TCU 31-28 in the 2022 title game. The Wildcats are 17th ranked in national in the USA Today Coach preseason poll. They are ranked 16th in the Associated Press poll, second in their conference this year preseason media poll. And for the rest of the scores for NCAA football, it'll be number 2, Michigan, kicking off East Carolina soon. And that will be on Peacock. 11 a.m. ABC, Tennessee versus Virginia. 11 a.m. Fox. It'll be a new Big 12 team to come, Colorado. And TCU, number 17. That game kicks off at TCU. Arkansas State, OU. 20, Arkansas State obviously unranked. 11 a.m. ESPN. Northern Iowa, Utah State. Utah and Iowa is number 25. Line is 20 for Iowa. Ole Miss versus Mercer. Line is 34 for that game. Portland State versus Oregon. Line is 48 for that game. Oregon is 15. Ohio State, Indiana, 2:30. Mercer versus Ole Miss, 1 o'clock. Oregon and Portland State, 2 p.m. Ohio State and Indiana, 2:30. Boise State unranked and number 10 Washington. Washington is favored by 14. That game kicks off at 2:30. Texas and Rice. Rice and Texas on Fox. That game kicks off at 2:30 as well. 2:30 NBC. Notre Dame and Tennessee State. 2:30 FS1. Buffalo and Wisconsin. Notre Dame is favored by 48.5. Buffalo, Wisconsin is favored by 28. Georgia, UT Martin, no line. USC, Nevada, 38. Kansas State and Southeast Missouri, as we talked about, 6 o'clock, Big 12, ESPN Plus, no line on the game. New Mexico, Texas A&M, number 23, ESPN, 38 is a line. 6:30 SEC Network, Alabama, Middle Tennessee, 39 is a line. Penn State, West Virginia, 20.5 is a line. That game kicks off at 6:30 on NBC. North Carolina, South Carolina, number 21 versus unranked, 2.5 is a line, 6:30. Then we'll go back to the other game, North Carolina and South Carolina. But at 7, South Alabama kicks off against Tulsa, Tulane, 6.5 is a line. Now let's go back to North Carolina and South Carolina. This is a previously happened Saturday primetime game. North Carolina is number 21. This is a week 1 Marquise matchup. North Carolina scores about 30.4. South Carolina scores 30.8. The Gamecocks weren't quite as proficient on offense, nor were they on defense, but still scored 32 per game while allowing 28 per game. When the score, let's meet, South Carolina knocked off the Tar Heels 31-8-21 last year. In 7 of the 9 last meetings, the Gamecocks have thrown Tar Heels 35-20, 35-20 with the 4 ties in the series. This game kicks off at 7:30 tonight, live on ABC. And for the votes for the game, it was 5-3 South Carolina. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.
I think I may have mentioned this the last time we did a video chat. Did I tell you I use a new hand device that helps me like get a little more mobility?
Yeah, let me see it.
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get it. All right.
Other SEC scores and other SEC games. The first quarter, Colorado leads 7-0 and 21-0 OU over Arkansas State. Big 12 games. Northern Iowa versus Iowa State. 1 p.m. Big 12 ESPN Plus. Rice, Eastern Kentucky versus Cincinnati. 2:30. Cincinnati favored by 21.5. Baylor, Texas State, 27.5. UTSA, Houston, 2. We should talk more about that game. But to know, this is the road start of a 2023 campaign. Houston Cougars is off to a scheduled 7 p.m. start. UTA was ranked 11th in the nation, passing a touchdown season with over 34 seasons. Bo, shut up. Houston did well. His department ranked 40th. Look ahead to Saturday's contest, expected to going off 2 points. USA is happy about the advantage. The spread was a solid 10. Favorite season Roadrunners fans should choose to beat their team, sure. Series history, 37 versus 35. Houston over UTA. Don't you do it. It's Tennessee over Virginia 7-0. It's Ball State over Kentucky 7-3. It's Western Carolina, Arkansas, 12 p.m. Central, ESPN. It's University of Massachusetts, Auburn, 2:30. The SEC Network, it's Southeast Louisiana, Mississippi State. ESPN, UT Martin, Georgia, 5 o'clock. p.m. Alabama A&M, Vanderbilt, 6 p.m. Middle Tennessee, Alabama, 6:30. Alabama favored by 39. SEC Network. And that's it for those games.